Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Ever wonder what it's like living in the UK versus the USA? Well, in this week's video, I'm bringing you two parts where I'm going to share my 5 rants and my 5 raves about living in the UK versus the USA. But first, if you're new here, my name's Ashley. I'm an American expat currently living in London. I'm a wellness coach and a new mom to a little boy who is nearly 1 year old. I can't believe it, this year went by so fast. Kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I post videos every Sunday and discuss a variety of topics surrounding mom life, personal wellness, and living abroad as a family. So if any of that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I would love to have you as a viewer. And finally, before we get into things, for those of you who've been watching for a bit, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, your girl got her hair did. They are faux crochet locks from the company Boho Locks. They're fabulous. I'm obsessed with them. And if you are at all interested, I'm not sponsored by the company or anything. But if you are interested, I'll leave a link to their website in the description box below, so go check them out. Okay, now, on to today's video. So we've been living in London for about 2.5 years now, which is crazy to think because I still feel like we only just got here. And just like with any new place, there are things that you rave about and things that you rant about. In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 things that I tend to rant about the most. Also, just a side note, this is 100% based on my personal experience. I am not speaking on behalf of all expats living here in the UK. Cool? Got it? Good. Rant number 1, missing out on American holidays and traditions. So this is less of a rant and more of just something that I miss in general. Any American-based holiday, such as the 4th of July or Thanksgiving, is when we tend to get the most homesick. You just miss that camaraderie and celebratory atmosphere, not with just like family and friends, but also with your neighborhood or random people that you meet in the store. There are definitely expat groups that get together and celebrate during those times over here, but it's just not the same. Rant number 2, no big box department stores. I miss Target so much. You guys. Whenever anyone asks me what I miss most about America, besides family and friends, it's Target. Hands down, and that may make me basic, but you know what? I'm not ashamed. I miss Target. There just really isn't an equivalent over here, at least nothing that I've really found as of yet. The closest thing would probably be going to a mall, and don't get me wrong, the malls here are amazing, but you're still kind of going to individual stores to get various things. I just really miss the convenience of being able to go to one store and getting everything from groceries and beauty supplies to home decor and baby gear. I miss it so much. Rant number 3, it's hella expensive. I mean, living in any major city is going to be expensive, but it's especially true for London. Whenever there's those lists of most expensive places to live, London is always on there, and rightly so. It's not just rent that's expensive, it's also things like food, clothing, entertainment, nightlife, public transportation, you name it, we probably pay more for it here. Rant number 4, limited convenience foods. So, true to European culture, people here like to take their time with their meals, which is great, but sometimes you just want something that's quick and easy that isn't McDonald's or a fish and chip shop. Prior to London, we lived in Chicago, and there they had places that you could get salads or pita sandwiches or Mediterranean chicken meals or tacos. That's another thing I really miss. Tacos, authentic Mexican style tacos. You just can't find them here. Anyways, while they do offer those cuisines here in London, they're usually at more sit-down style restaurants rather than the kind of quick grab and go. Rant number 5, it's hard to make real connections. We've lived here for over 2 years now, and the people we hang out with the most are other expats. I actually read about this before coming over, and I was surprised how true it was. it's actually really hard to build real friendships with Brits. And I'm not saying that Brits don't want to be friends with Americans or vice versa. I'm saying it's harder to make a real connection because despite the fact that we do speak the same language, there is a cultural difference. As Americans, we're more outgoing and expressive, while Brits tend to be a little more reserved and slow to warm up. This is a total stereotype, but after being here for a while, I found that it's actually quite true. Add on top of that the fact that there are loads and loads and loads of people here in London. If you don't work with someone or have some set schedule that will guarantee you'll see them at least once a week, the likelihood that you'll run into them again is very, very slim. So unless you exchange numbers or befriend each other on Facebook right away, which again, Brits are a little more reserved and slow to warm up, so the likelihood that they'll exchange that information the first time they meet you is still very slim. Again, I'm not saying that Brits and Americans don't want to be friends with one another. It just seems to be harder to make that connection if you're not seeing each other at least once a week for something. And that's it for my 5 rants about living in the UK. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the things that drive you a little crazy where you live? I find it fun hearing the quirks about various places around the world. So leave a comment below and let me know. If after watching this, you're wondering, so what's good about living in the UK versus the USA? Then be sure to check out the second part to this video where I'll be sharing my 5 raves about living in the UK versus the USA. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch y'all next time.